So picture this. Prince William didn't clap back. He didn't throw a fit on some podcast, didn't sit down for another tell-all with tears glistening under studio lights. Nope. The man didn't even flinch. He went for something way smarter, way classier, and honestly, way more lethal. Because instead of trading blows with his brother like some royal soap opera star, William played it like a king in waiting. A quiet, deliberate chess master move that made Harry look like a toddler mid-tantrum while William just breathed, calm, controlled, effortless. And what was this master move, you ask? He didn't go running to Oprah. He didn't leak some anonymous insider quotes to the tabloids. He simply booked himself, wait for it, onto The Reluctant Traveler, that cozy, witty Apple TV Plus series hosted by none other than Eugene Levy. Yes, the American Pie guy. You know, the one with the iconic eyebrows and the kind of charm that makes anyone look good by association. But here's the real genius. This wasn't just some cute little PR appearance. Oh no, this was a royal statement, executed in daylight. A public chess move wrapped in humor, class, and the most polite kind of payback you've ever seen. Because if you were paying attention, like really watching, you'd know this wasn't just a fun interview. This was William firing back, subtly, sharply, with that surgical precision that only comes from years of royal restraint. Now imagine the scene. Eugene Levy standing in the Windsor Castle courtyard, probably expecting the future king to roll up like every cliche. Blacked out Range Rover, bodyguards everywhere, the whole royal arrival vibe. But no, out of nowhere, here comes William on a scooter, an electric scooter. Late, casually dressed with a flat tire. Yes, the man's tire was flat, and that's how he rolled literally into his own castle. No pomp, no posture, no crown gleaming under the sun. Just a dad of three with a hectic life laughing at himself. That one moment, it said more than every single one of Harry's tear-filled Netflix monologues combined. Because while Harry's been narrating his pain like a looped heartbreak playlist, William showed up messy, real, and comfortable being imperfect. And here's what sent jaws dropping. He kept that flat tire scene in the final cut. He didn't edit it out. You think a future king doesn't get final approval? Please. He chose to keep that in. That's how confident he is. That's how little he cares about the illusion of royal perfection. While Harry and Meghan pose like it's an endless Vanity Fair shoot, William's over there saying, "Yeah, my tire's flat. Let's roll." He doesn't hide it. He owns it. And beneath the laughs, oh, the man was strategic. He opened up thoughtfully about what the monarchy means to him now, how he wants to bring change, but not revolution. Evolution, he called it, a word that feels soft but cuts deep, because what he really meant was, I'm not burning it down, I'm rebuilding it better. He spoke about wanting his son, future King George, to be proud of what he leaves behind. That line, that wasn't just a sentence, that was a bomb, dropped quietly with a smile, because you could feel the unspoken message. I've learned from the mistakes. I've lived the stiffness, the suffocation, the perfection trap we were raised in, and I'm not repeating it. And he didn't need to cry about it. He didn't need to sell a memoir about it. He said it like a man who's lived through fire and come out steady. And yes, he mentioned Harry. Once. One sentence. That's it. No bitterness. No shade. Just a ghost of acknowledgement. That's how much space his brother occupies in his world now. Practically none. It wasn't a dig. It was dominance. Because while William spoke about purpose, about family, about being overwhelmed but staying grounded in duty, he never took the bait. No gossip, no jabs, no pity party, just quiet power. Then came the moment everyone talked about. He reminisced about visiting his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, at Windsor while he was at Eton. He smiled as he recalled how she'd insist on feeding him until he could barely move. It was tender, real, that kind of story that makes you exhale and think, ah, that's the royal family we loved. And just like that, the whole appearance became a masterclass in restraint. While Harry has been playing the reality TV prince role on Netflix, William just walked into the global spotlight like a seasoned statesman, with Eugene Levy on Apple TV Plus, no less. Not a tell-all, a show known for warmth, humor, authenticity. And get this, no $1 million payout either. Reports say William refused any personal fee. Instead, he asked that the money go straight to charity. That's when people realized Harry's every move has looked transactional. Every tear, every reveal, every appearance had a price tag. But William, he didn't need the money. He didn't even need the attention. He just wanted the truth to speak for itself, and oh, it did, loudly. Without a single insult, William managed to roast his brother in the most elegant way imaginable. No tantrums, no tears, just presence. That's the thing. He didn't come back. He simply reminded everyone he'd never left the throne room. He'd just been watching, waiting, and when the moment came, he didn't strike. He stood, tall, calm, with that quiet, unshakable confidence that screams future king. Because what people saw that day wasn't just charm, it was precision. Every pause, every smile, every story was perfectly timed. Beneath that effortless warmth, you could sense something sharp, deliberate. He dismantled every accusation Harry had ever thrown. Not by arguing, but by embodying the opposite. It was psychological chess, not emotional checkers. Eugene's dry wit set the tone, but William's openness gave it soul. He talked about what it's like growing up in that institution, the invisible weight of generations on his shoulders. He admitted, honestly, that it's not the duties that crush him anymore. It's the family stuff. And come on, we all know what that means. That wasn't just a passing comment. That was a laser-guided truth bomb aimed straight across the Atlantic. But William didn't point fingers. He didn't have to. The contrast said it all. While Harry's been out there painting himself as the wounded soldier, William appeared calm, self-aware, and deeply grounded. Not a man without scars, but one who's learned how to live with them. That's real strength. And let's talk about his humor. It wasn't fake laughter or stiff smiles. It was that dry, self-mocking humor the British do so well. He teased Eugene about his travel bucket list, laughed about his scooter mishap, and even joked that Eugene would look good immortalized in an oil painting. Every bit of it felt real, not scripted, not curated, just William being William. He let his guard down without ever letting his crown slip, and his look, oh, that look. Simple knits, soft tailoring, smart slacks, the rich but not trying aesthetic that screams quiet confidence. He looked like a man who's got heavy responsibilities but still remembers how to breathe. No golden thrones, no velvet drapes, just Windsor Castle in its lived-in glory. Historical, imperfect, human. He didn't perform royalty. He lived it. And that's where the brilliance lies. Because the world didn't just see a prince. They saw a man, a son, a father, a husband, trying to carry history forward without letting it crush him. And all of it hit harder precisely because he said it softly. So here's where it gets really interesting. Because what made this appearance so iconic wasn't just the humor or the humility, it was the precision. The way William used silence as his weapon. No dragging, no emotional breakdowns, no endless explanations. He let the contrast speak for itself. And my God, did it speak volumes. While Harry's been bouncing from platform to platform, Netflix, podcasts, interviews, airing grievances like an open wound, William walked into Apple TV Plus with nothing to prove and everything to say. Quietly, intelligently. He knew the audience was watching. He knew every word would be dissected, every gesture compared. And yet, he didn't flinch. He didn't perform. He owned the moment. Even the way he carried himself said it all. Calm posture, soft laughter, eyes that spoke without a word. It was power without noise. And that's what sent shockwaves through the royal corridors. Because this was the William they didn't expect to see. He wasn't cold, robotic, or rehearsed. He was warm, even vulnerable. And that's what made the impact so deep. Because when William started talking about the emotional toll of his role, you could see it. The exhaustion behind his eyes, the quiet strength it takes to wake up every day and be the face of a centuries-old institution that's both sacred and suffocating. He didn't hide behind titles or traditions. He let the world see the cracks, and somehow, that made him look even stronger. He said it wasn't the royal duties that overwhelm him anymore, it's the family stuff. Oh, you could almost feel the gasp ripple through the audience when he said that. He didn't name names, he didn't have to. The implication was thunderous. Everyone knew what family stuff meant. The broken bond, the betrayal, the pain that's never been healed, all wrapped up in one calm, carefully chosen sentence. He's seen what the monarchy can destroy, and now he's shaping what it can heal. That's what makes him dangerous to the old guard and brilliant to the modern one. He's not clinging to the institution. He's reshaping it with compassion. A father who wants his son to inherit something kinder, not colder. Because in less than 30 minutes, William reminded the world what royalty should feel like. No drama, no spectacle, just dignity, humor, and heart. And here's the final twist. The platform itself, Apple TV Plus, not ITV, not the BBC, not even a British outlet. He went straight to the global premium American stage. Tech-driven, respected, exclusive. That wasn't an accident. That was a calculated power move. While Harry tried to conquer America with Netflix deals and late-night headlines, William walked right through the front door of prestige. Calmly, effortlessly, no contracts, no chaos, just class. And that, my dear, was the checkmate. The perfect, elegant end to a years-long sibling saga. Because William didn't fight for attention. He earned it. He didn't scream into the void, he whispered into history. And somehow that whisper carried louder than every podcast, documentary, and tabloid combined. He didn't just show up as a prince, he showed up as a man, grounded, flawed, but unshakably composed. And for the first time in years, the crown didn't look heavy on his head. It It looked right. He didn't drop microphones. He didn't write memoirs. He didn't cry for sympathy. He simply showed up and let the world decide for itself. And when the world looked, it didn't see the feud anymore. It saw the future king, a man of restraint, warmth, and quiet power. While Harry raged like thunder, William lit a single candle. And somehow, that light burned brighter. And that, darling, is how Prince William delivered the most brutal, breathtaking royal payback ever, without even raising his voice.